Hello everybody, it's me again with, surprise surprise, another computer video. This one is of a Gateway mini small, let's just call it MicroATX Gateway computer. The reason I didn't specifically specify that this was a MicroATX thing right off the bat was, I think at the time Gateway was making this, the MicroAT, or is it Micro? Mini? Micro? I confuse myself now. MicroATX standard was not finalized, so they were kind of working off of what they had in place, I guess, maybe, or they were just making their own stuff and hoping it would become standard. I don't know. Gateway was doing the same thing with their eMachines lineup at the time too, when they were releasing the eMachines 400 eTower series ish around there. Yeah, so that's that in that regard. This system features Windows 98 2nd Edition. The label's a bit crunkled, and I'm just gonna get the, well, actually, you know, I'll go around to the back first. I'll just get all the outside stuff out of the way. You can see the, okay, so, alright, they do specifically specify that it is MicroATX. So this is MicroATX hardware. And I apparently did finalize it by this time. So it's a MicroATX FMN Essential 433C. And, yep, you can see the keyboard and mouse, the colors of which are not standardized. There's two USB 1.1 ports, a serial, a parallel printer, joystick, and sound, and I think a broken network interface card, 10 base T, with the RJ45 and the BNC, and then a modem with two inputs, I think. And the power supply is right here. Now, I'm going to pop the cover off, which entails removing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, and I'll be back. As you might expect, the case comes off in a clamshell fashion, and you have access to the internal components. Now, the way that they built this is a bit bizarre, but it is a MicroATX thing, so I can't really blame them. But the hard drive is mounted up here. It is a Fujitsu of maybe 2 to 4 gigs, I'm not sure. Don't quote me until I go back into Windows 98. The power supply is mounted here, so you need to remove that if you want to get to anything below the CD and hard drive. And the motherboard is beneath that with its 64 megabytes of SD RAM and the 433 megahertz Intel Celeron. This is a socketed Celeron, not a slot-loaded Celeron. Thank you very much. So, yep, that's the internals. Nothing exciting. The one problem here is the case is damaged quite heavily. I'm not sure how it was damaged. This is just how it was given to me. You can see the bend from on the other side where it was damaged even more. And the external shell is quite a bit damaged as well. And as a result, this little mounting bracket here does not stay on at all. Actually, I just took it right off. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm just going to leave it right off because it's not really doing anything anyway. It's not really providing any structure. Yeah. It's just a little piece of metal with a strip screw. Oop, just hit the camera. That's going to be loud. Alright, so let's get this puppy powered on after I put the side panel back on. Actually, you know what? Let me just note that the power supply, the Aztec ATX 933405, is 90 watts. Yep, 90. We're spitting out a lot of juice with that puppy. And one thing to note, that I would like to note anyway, they could have easily mounted the hard drive down here. No problem. One more thing, this is a PCI only system, no ISA in this little puppy. Now that I've got the side panel back on, we can swing around to the front. And on the front you could see the plain old compact disc drive, which I think is a mere 4X, the 3.5-inch floppy drive, the Intel Celeron logo, the Windows 98 logo, and the, I have no clue what that is, reset probably, button, sure that's the reset button, power button, disk indicator, and power indicator LEDs, the gateway logo, and the Essential logo. Don't know where they got Essential, and if your keen eyes are picking up on things like they should be, you'll notice all the scuffs and crap on the front of this, and I cannot get those out for the life of me. I've magic erasered some of them for like a good 10 minutes or more, and that's how I got most of this one out, but all the others are just like, nope. They're staying right where they are, man. If anybody has any suggestions as to how to get rid of these, I'm glad to hear them because I want them gone. Now, let's get to powering this thing on. No doubt you can hear the hard drive and anything else. F1 to enter. Okay. Well, I wanted to, oh well. I was trying to get into BIOS, but couldn't do it. And if you were looking on the screen there, you saw a thing called Gateway GoBack. And I think I will demonstrate that later because I don't even know what it does myself. As you can see, Windows 98 is booting up at its incredibly fast rate. I think it's right now waiting for a lot of the hard drive and CPU. I think a faster CPU would have been in order for a Windows 98 computer of this caliber. But it does run fairly well in the boot up speed. I think a lot of the time is spent processing the autoexec.bat, which it might very well be. And here we are, getting to the desktop. It's really just your typical Windows 98 install. It really doesn't have much on the way of stuff on it. I put Firefox 2.0.0.20 on there. There's Canon Utilities, Microsoft Word 95, I think, 2000. I registered to someone whose name I shall not divulge. And let's see, do we have any viruses? Specifically macro viruses. How the hell do you do macros? I forget. Yeah, no, we're all good with the macros. Yep, alright. So, built Microsoft Word, Word 2000. Yay, great. Get out of that. And you can see the Gateway GoBack application there. So I'm just going to open it. Alright, so here we are. This is by a third-party company thing. Gateway GoBack allows you to revert your PC back in time, repairing problems created by software, accidental changes, or viruses. You can revert your entire hard disk to a time in the past or view your hard drive as it was before. You can recover a deleted file or get back an earlier version of a changed file. And you can watch a short video to learn more about Gateway GoBack and how to use it. So let's watch the short video. No sound. And there's no PC speaker either. Let me go get a pair of speakers. Okay, so, alright, back to what I was doing. I have the speakers in now, and please excuse if they're very quiet. I can't really control that.
Gateway GoBack is a breakthrough program. It allows you to reset your PC if you ever have a problem. This short video will help you use it. GoBack can help you in many situations, such as You install software or make a change to your PC, and now it doesn't work the same. Or you start up your PC and Windows will not run. Or you accidentally deleted something and you really wish you could get it back. GoBack keeps track of everything that happens, just in case you want to go back to the way things were before you had a problem. Suppose you install a game on your PC, and then the screen looks wrong, and the sound doesn't work. Your computer is probably fine, but the sound and video software may have been changed or erased. Time to use GoBack. First, open GoBack. Click the Revert My Entire Hard Disk button. You will see a window with a calendar of days that you can go back to on your PC. Select the day just before you had your problem. Don't go back further than necessary. After you select a day to go back to, click the Revert Drive button, then follow the directions. GoBack will restart your PC and confirm that you want to revert. It tells you when it is done and restarts your PC one more time. Check to see whether your problem is gone. If it isn't, start GoBack again and choose an earlier time to go back to. But what if your PC doesn't start up normally or won't run? Just restart your PC. Press the space bar when you see the GoBack message box appear. Click the Revert Drive button and choose how far back to reset your PC. Then click Yes. Remember, you can go back to an earlier time if the problem is not fixed on the first try. You can also use GoBack to retrieve deleted or old files. Even if you catch a nasty virus on your PC, just go back to before you caught it, and you should be fine. We hope you won't need this tool very often, but if you do need help, Gateway GoBack is the insurance policy for your PC.
So I hope you heard that correctly, but that's a pretty... I would give that a badge of startup repair, Windows startup repair before there was startup repair. It's kind of like that, except it kind of just... It's kind of like volume shadow copy, actually. It keeps a quote-unquote copy of files and stuff, and you can go back to them at any time. So, I don't know, maybe that volume shadow copy thing got their inspiration from Gateway GoBack. Who knows? But we might be able to frick around with that. Let's see. Yeah, here's our calendar with days. I don't need you to do anything. There are no events available for half of these because I haven't used this computer in like a while. Ooh, look at that. You can only go back to September 2014. And on this day, September 1st, 2014, GoBack logging was suspended due to massive file activity. I'm not sure what that means. But there has been nothing since then. So, I think I need to change that. Let's see. GoBack logging was suspended due to massive file activity. Well, alright. This is GoBack version 2.1e. Let's just note that. So yeah, that's really that, kind of. There's not much on here besides Microsoft Works, Office, some printer software, some other things. Yeah, just your standard crap. There's Minesweeper. Can get swept away with some mines and die because they suck at Minesweeper. But let's go check out the BIOS and that GoBack utility. Should take but a minute. Let's go into the BIOS first. or not. Press spacebar now. Alright, GoBack is enabled. Aha! Boot from floppy with GoBack drivers installed. It's very interesting. Alright, so you could have reverted the drive if you needed to, but I didn't really need to, so yeah. So, yeah. That's really about all she wrote. Really doesn't get more interesting than a Windows 98 install. You know? Yeah, that's really about all I have to say of it. It's really not all that complicated of a computer. Just a standard gateway thingy-majiggy with cool beninzas going on with it. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm gonna shut this down. That's why I'm talking like a complete fool and delaying it a little bit. You can hear the startup sound now. And there's other things on here too, like there's Roadrunner. Remember one time Warner used to be called Roadrunner? Oh, I remember that. Oh, they have a tool for detecting your IP address. That's cool. Alright, now let's shut this down. Alright, so thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and if you did, you should probably give it a thumbs up and or tell me in the comments that you very much enjoyed it. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you, and goodbye. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus before we go. There we go. Good job, camera.